Hello, everybody. Well, first of all, I want to thank Robin and Katie and Supervisor Cohn and Supervisor Weiner for joining all of us tonight. I just had a nice beer. I got 4 pages of notes that I'm throwing away because I'm having fun tonight. You know, every week my staff gets me out to a company tour. Tonight is one of those fun nights. Take me on more breweries, why don't you, staff? Just wonderful. Forrest Gray, thank you very much for hosting us tonight. Speakeasy, talk about manufacturing. They've been brewing fine ales and beers since 1997. Congratulations, Forrest. Thank you very much. You know, I am privileged to work with wonderful people, and I can't say enough about Katie Sophus. Just 3.5 years since we started, and now 325 companies later, manufacturers, investor confidence, jobs, jobs, jobs. Katie, thank you for your wonderful leadership in SFMade. You and the board of directors for SFMade, thank you very much for your wonderful leadership. These are the people I want to work with when we think about San Francisco and what we make. You know, my daughters used to have a joke. Daddy, the only thing you make are crude jokes. Well, that doesn't sell, at least not now. But I want you to know that I am very heartened with our manufacturing base here. And as much as you've heard me speak about the technology companies and they're wonderful, and of course we're espousing them every week and supporting them, I want to make sure you know that I'm going to be speaking about our San Francisco-made products all the time. I'm proud of our San Francisco-made products: apparel, chocolates, wine, beer, jewelry, everything that we can manufacture. And guess what? I'm going to make a big promise to you tonight, because the more that we make of San Francisco, the more international markets will pay attention to San Francisco. And guess what? I am so lucky. We are the home to 70 consul general offices in the world, the highest number outside of New York, Washington, D.C. We've got to take advantage of that. So I'm going to go on a very strong plea. Support our local makers and manufacturers of San Francisco-made products. We are going to be #1 in the world, and we're going to have a market for that to share. Thank you for manufacturing all the things that you do. So here's what I and Supervisor Cohn and the Board of Supervisors are going to do, okay? #1, we're going to start a manufacturing desk at the Office of Economic and Workforce Development, a manufacturing desk right in the mayor's office. And that manufacturing desk would be my link to all of you and people who want to make things in San Francisco. That manufacturing staff will report directly to me, and they will let me know what kinds of red tape we have to cut off, what kinds of things that we have to do to support manufacturing, get all the regulation out of the way. Because guess what? The most important thing that we need to do is pay attention to our manufacturing base. We need your input. You're going to be the great job creators for San Francisco. When you make your own things, by the very nature, that is so sustainable for our economy. So I'm going to be talking about this all the time whenever I get an opportunity. We make things in San Francisco. We know how to sell them. The San Francisco brand is known around the world. I'm about to go to China. Whenever people in China think about San Francisco and the things we make, they'll want to buy it. A new, really money-making and money-earning middle class in China is growing up. They want to buy San Francisco products. And I know that. And they'll want to buy our kimchi. They want to buy our chocolates. They want to buy our beers and all the other things that are high-quality, precision-made, locally manufactured products. The second thing that we'll do, we're doing things like concentrating on certain sectors. So we have Fashion SF. We're spending resources and making time. I want to thank Roger. people from the fashion industry for working with us. Roger, thank you very much for working with SFMade and our whole group. We're going to revive the fashion industry in San Francisco because the fashion industry is what goes along with all the technology and all the arts and culture that we have. Fashion is going to revive itself, and we know we can really succeed in that. Well, there are other sectors that we can focus on, and we want to do that, and we want to listen to our sectors as we speak. We have food and wine sectors. We're going to listen to them very carefully so that we can really support our local manufacturing business. The third thing that we'll do, again, is something that we put in our budget already this year. We're going to invest in our local economy for manufacturing. Over the year, we have invested around $67,000 in SFMade. We're going to continue that this year and expand on it with the Board of Supervisors' help, aren't we, Malia? Absolutely. Because she knows the more we spend, it'll be in her district. So we're going to continue the financial thing because we got to walk the walk. We just don't talk it. And when you manufacture and make things, we want to make sure you can sell them. So the other thing that we're doing is making sure that I create those international markets. As I said earlier, we have the ability to market San Francisco products all over the world. And I've got to take advantage of that. So when I go to China, my first trip in November, you better be sure that SFMade will be part of that. Because they're going to want to know, what can we purchase from you that is of quality? And if it's accessories, from handbags to ceramics to chocolates, we're going to be promoting that, and we're going to create those markets as we speak. Finally, the other thing that we want to make sure you know that we're doing, it's consistent with everything that I'm doing, and that's jobs, jobs, jobs for local San Francisco residents. Because guess what? When you start making things, people here in San Francisco can use their natural God-given talent. A lot of people think the only way they can get a job is to go to a four-year college. No, you don't have to do that if you're in the manufacturing business. You can come and create and make things out of your hands and still have a market to do that. We want to make sure that people, San Francisco residents who live here, can be attached to all the local hiring that we do in our manufacturing business. So we're going to make that direct connection and give people hope, no matter what economic level you are, no matter what race and ethnicity, no matter where you came from. If you live in our city, you got a job. And if it's not in the tech industry or the healthcare industry or the tourism industry, it's making things that will be sold around the world, and you'll get credit for that just by being part of our workforce. These are the things, the 5 things I want to promise you that we'll do with you. I want to thank SFMade. I want to thank the board and all of the people that are here tonight to celebrate this momentous occasion. We'll be visiting all of you as you manufacture more things, because I want to know, I want to hold on to those products. I want to have samples in my office so that when I have international visitors, they'll see, where did this come from? Made right here in San Francisco. I want to stop seeing these labels of made in China. They got to be made in San Francisco. Yeah. So I've got a special gift I'd like to give now. Of course, this is lodged in my SFMade bag right here from San Francisco. And it's something that I am privileged to do in celebration of SFMade Week, and that is to present the proclamation to Katie Sophis and the board declaring this to be SFMade Week in San Francisco.
I want to make special recognition of the team. As much as I appreciate being called out, this whole week is happening because of my 2 colleagues who I'd like to have up on the stage with me to receive this proclamation. Janet Lee is our Senior Director. and Farron Salniker, our program coordinator. Can you both come up and stand with me, please? Farron? This is the SFMade team, full-time, working to support 325 companies. This wouldn't have happened without Janet and Farron. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.